Good day, I'm Ikslorin, and this is the third week with me looking at all this wonderful Blackrock Mountain stuff, and now we're finally going to look at the one deck that everyone really has been talking about since we've been able to look at all these wonderful cards already in the pre-release. And that was mainly because of this wonderful card that is the Dragon Concert. And really it makes just the possibility for a Paladin to make probably the strongest dragon deck possible, and not only just a dragon control deck, but a dragon ramp control deck. So no, druids are not anymore the only class that can actually do ramp. Paladins can now finally do it too, with the Dragon Concert and the Thorisson. Obviously others are trying this too, but with the Dragon Concert, Paladins are even stronger with this. So let's just look at this deck really. I have not done this myself. I did try to, but as I said last week, it was just an abomination that I made in the end. So I went onto the internet and did the cowardly version and just took another one's deck. And this thing looks great, in my opinion. We start off with some zombie chows, obviously just great bodies for 1 mana, and since we're going for control, we're not going to hit him in the face anyway, so this death rattle is nothing really. Equalities, obviously, to go for together with the Master for Battle and the Consecration, just great. Elder Peacekeeper, because we are Paladin, the same goes for Shielded Minibot, and all of this other stuff really. And also Silence here, because Silence is just great, actually somewhat underrated by some people. Then we have Blackwing Technician, obviously, just because we have 3/5 for 3 is just a great value. And because we're Paladin, we obviously also have these wonderful things, the 2 Silver Champion and the Consecration, because we're not stupid. And then we have the Hungry Dragon. Unlike the Priest deck, where it actually looks very similar until now, except for the fact that we have a lot of Paladin stuff, obviously. The one first change, as such, is the Hungry Dragon. Mainly just because the fact that where we used the Dragon Sorcerer before, this one doesn't synergize as well with the Paladin, but synergizes really well with the Priest, whereas the Hungry Dragon, on the other hand, synergizes really well with Paladins. So I really like that, especially since we can then kill with Master for Battle the 1-cost minion. So it works really well, and this 1-cost minion and all of these Master for Battle stuff is actually also feeding the mana for the Solemn Vigil, and also the mana cost for the Volcanic Drake, making not only us ramping with the Dragon Consort and the Thorisson, but also by Master for Battle. Master for Battle is not going to be going for the Battle Mustard combo, but just to actually go for ball control and get a Volcanic Drake out as fast as humanly possible, actually ramping up to that. I really like that. We follow up with some more usual or something that makes a lot of sense within a control deck with the Antique Heal bot. And Blackwing Corrupt are really just a common or a neutral version of the Fire Elemental for 5 mana and a little worse body, but still pretty much doing the same thing in here. Makes a lot of sense. I really like it and look forward to using this one. Then we are going to go forward to the When Blackhand. Now, this is like 2 weeks ago that I actually took this deck from the internet, and I haven't looked at it since. So I cannot tell if this was actually a change done by me. If you can remember from last week with the Tempo Priest, I did try to make it as Blackrock Mountain focused as humanly possible, but I actually think I did not do any changes to this, and I think the reason why they went for When Blackhand instead of a Big Game Hunter is not because of the body, obviously, this is a terrible body, and not because of the mana cost, but because of the fact that it's a legendary minion, and you're only going to use Big Game Hunters for legendary minions anyway. But since we have Kumagas, Euceris, and so many Emperor Thorissons right now being part of the meta, Blackhand is actually a pretty good thing to have. Makes a lot of sense in some way, even if he is this expensive. So I like this choice. I'm not so sure if it really works because of the high mana cost, but I like the idea at least behind it. And then, to top it off, we have just a lot of card advantage here, because where we did last week also have Kumagas in the deck to give us card advantage, it wasn't as such very necessary because we were playing a tempo deck, which isn't really focused around card advantage, but right now we're playing a control deck, so having Chromagus, Nefarian, and Ysera giving you a lot of card advantage makes a lot of sense here, really. So this is just wonderful stuff, and since we only have really good stuff in the deck, Chromagus is just going to give us good stuff, and Ysera is just definition of value anyway, so that is great. Now, just while we are already going to search for the first game in here with dragons, I will apologize already for how awful I probably am going to play. I did last week say that I wanted to take the Paladin deck as the second one, mainly due to the fact that last time I did play Paladin, it was probably one of the worst videos possible, or at least in the sense of me doing massive misplays. I did win some of the games actually, but still, massive misplays. And it is mainly just due to the fact that I never really play Paladin, and I've never really cared to do so. So I wanted to actually take an extra week to just play this, but I haven't been able to. And you're going to see why tomorrow, whenever this video is published, because of the fact that I have been making the next episode of the One Clip Epic series, the One Clip Edit series, where you just send in clips of great plays that you've done. I think actually, since against a Warlock, this might be good if he's a Zulok. It's a little bit, yeah, it seems a little bit greedy to keep it, mainly because we don't have anything like turn 1 or 2, or turn 1 or 3, but still. But yes, the series where you send in great plays by you, and I will edit it together into a great video. And, well, right now it's only Urban Terror videos, so you as a Hearthstone viewer are probably not going to care about it, but technically it's for everyone, so if you just want to... if you want to send in something great, I'll try. I'll try and see if I can make some kind of thing out of a Hearthstone video. That would be a wonderful challenge. But it also did mean that I used Wednesday and Friday and most of Saturday to do that video. And Thursday I didn't use because I wanted to... what was it? Because I wanted to... Let's try that again. Because I wanted to play for in this tournament, Hearthstone tournament. So I wanted to warm up for that, and I didn't really had any time to play with this deck anyway. So because of that, I haven't been able to really learn this Paladin deck at any point. Oh, this is awesome. This is really cool. Well, I don't think this is important. So let's just do this and go for face. So yeah. So I haven't really had any time for this. So we're probably going to have another week with me just doing awful plays. But at least it will maybe be just hilarious. Which is just going to be more than fine with me, really. And yeah. Was there anything else? I don't think there was anything else for me to say. Yeah, well, the reason why I didn't do anything on Saturday, the end of Saturday or Sunday morning, was because I just wasn't really feeling like it. Mainly due to the fact my body just didn't feel like it. I just wanted to relax. I was very sleepy, so I just watched a lot of Day 9 dailies. And well, and now at least I know how to play 2v2 in StarCraft. But that won't help us that much with these week's videos. But on the other hand. Damn it, I lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, but on the other hand, it means I'm actually very happy, or right now I feel great, because Day 9 is just such a great joy to watch. So I think in here we probably have to in some way to try and kill this Void Terror, but I have no answer for him yet. This Thorazon is not going to do anything. Chromagus could deal with it somewhat. Yeah. I'll just do this at least, and Blackwing Technician on this. This will at least keep me occupied. So, yeah. We don't seem to be in the worst position, but this Zulok does have a pretty big Void Terror, and he is a Zulok that seems to be focused around board control, which is good for us because we're not going to be washed down in any way. Yeah. So, yeah, we just have to figure out how to deal with the 7-9 right now. These two 7-9s, oh dear god. He could just really go for face, there's no reason not to. Oh dear. Well, play on curve, I guess. You can kill one of these two. So that is something. Yeah, we may stabilize, but we're going to get pretty far down for that, so... I mean, this is 7, so we still need 2, so we can actually kill the Void Terror with the Consecration. So if you should actually trade in, we're actually in somewhat of a decent spot. We would go... Okay, we're in a terrible position then, because of this taunt. Dear, oh dear god. This is... No. Well played.
For justice.
Consecration. Trade in there. Yeah, this is not the best start for this, but... Okay, at least it didn't take that long for us to die from this. That's at least one good thing, on one bright side of this. Oh well. Power overwhelming. Oh no, okay, fair enough. Not. Oh, he's actually trading. Oh, he's not. Okay, I'm just...
Well played.
There's no way that I can survive this. The Dark Bomb or Soulfire, you don't use the Soulfire anymore, but... Oh. Well, sadly this is not a legendary. Sorry. But oh well. It was a Paladin, so... What did we expect? I seemingly can only play Mage. And at some times also Druid, so... Oh well. Yeah. Actually a little bit sad about not being able to play this much Paladin, because Paladin looks very interesting. It's not like the class doesn't seem interesting to me. It looks like it's a very good class also at the control stuff, so even though that I mainly like control, it's not like the Hunter where I just don't like it because it cannot do control. But for some reason it just has never caught my attention. For some weird reason, I've always just liked Mage more. Oh dear, this might actually be a wonderful opening hand here. We at least have... Yeah, we have a turn 1, 2 and 3 play here. This might be much better for us than last time. I really like it. Obviously he's going to have a fiery Warx, because he's a warrior. And when are they not going to have that? Oh, well, sometimes 1 in 1,000 it's not Huffer, and 1 in 1,000 it's not fiery Warx. Yeah, I'm just going to go for shielded minibot. Actually just going to keep going, play on curve and keep the coin. I don't see any reason not to. If he could go for the fiery Warx, remove the shielded the divine shield here, you could actually trade in and make the volcanic drake possibly usable to play with. But using the Elder Peacekeeper on this Ogre Brood is going to be really irritating for him, mainly just due to the fact that he's just trying to get great value out of this thing, but he's not going to. Now I will obviously be irritated if he's in some way able to deal with this board this turn, but we now have so many minions on the board that we can really get a volcanic drake out without any bad thing happening. Oh well. He sadly removes one of them, but... And he doesn't play any minions, so the volcanic drake is going to wait, but the hungry drake can just do the job instead. Go down, my dear. Oh. Beautiful. And beautiful. And let's end our turn. Cool. So, yeah, I really like this position. We've just had a really good opening, been able to play on curve. And he had a fiery Warx 1 or 2 turns too late, meaning that I really have been able to just build up a board before he can do anything. Yes, this Ogre Brood, but was a little bit scary if it wasn't for the fact that I had an Ender Peacekeeper, but since I had one, not really. So let's just go for a second one. Is that a bigger threat maybe for? Nah, he's not going to have something like the Fell Weaver, so it's seems fine to me. I'm just thinking Elder Peacekeeper in here. So this would die. But that wouldn't be able to buff the Volcanic Drake, though the drop probably should be able to kill a Zombie Chow. Meaning that we would have 2 minions killed. Is that 2 from... that is 4. So sadly we won't be able to have enough mana to actually deal with it. So actually get the Volcanic Drake out. But it's better than nothing. So let's just do this. And this. And let's get the Blackwing Technician out instead. It's okay. It's fine. It's the same. And should he get something like... yeah, we don't have... yeah, we sadly don't have the mana to actually go for Blackhand. Should he go for something like Thorizon this turn? Though Thorizon is going to be very much out in the open, making it a little bit unable for him to actually to play it without me killing it. So I guess we shouldn't really worry about that. Let's just try and go through here. I'm thinking, yeah, we can actually just go for both of these. There's no reason not to. So yeah, let's do that. Great. Sadly, he has card advantage, but on the other hand, we've been able to apply a lot of pressure, but he's been able to deal with it actually. So this is actually not a position that I would have liked to be in. Obviously, if he goes for a legendary, we would be able to deal with it. But he doesn't. He just goes for weapons and actually deals with his whole board. Damn. And I'm not going to just play Blackhand without any minions on the board. This is a warrior. He's obviously going to have some kind of legendary at some point. I mean, a warrior without legendaries is not a warrior. So I am just going to actually go make some dudes and keep it at that. I don't want to go for the black hand just for the... yeah, I'm not going to do that just to be able to have a body on the board. I'm just going to actually quality and kill it. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Muster for battle. Making it possible for us to keep one of these 1/1s. And make more of them. Now, he will then use a Whirlwind, obviously, because he's afraid of a Battle Mustard combo. Which is, I guess, okay that we actually get that loot out of him, because we actually don't have it, so... The fact that we cannot go for... that we cannot really get the Drake out with that, it's still fine, I think. Yeah, it should still be more than fine in some regards. And the Boulder Fist Ogre, cool. Really, because of the fact that that really means that he's very much on a budget here. But he is winning. But maybe we can get some good stuff out of him. Yeah, that is actually pretty good. And that is decent. I mean, this upgrade on the 4-2 weapon, that is not bad. And we can trade this way. He can then go for... He can trade and then go for an execute, but I'm more than fine with that. The only thing that would be bad for me would maybe be a slam and then trade, because then he will actually get cards out of it too. Warsong Commander. So we see a game patron thing? Not exactly, but he can trade. But he certainly can trade. Though we can then cleave afterwards and pretty much deal with this whole board. Except if he plays something else. Then we have RNG also in this thing. Oh. Okay, no matter what we get out of this, the cleave is going to be great. Actually, if we can get on both of these, it's going to be perfect. So, these two. Well, I'm just going to go for a 5-5 then, win. And a 1-1. Don't see a reason to... upgrade as such. I cannot kill the Warsong Commander, so it's not going to do anything for me, so I'm just going to end my turn. I'm not so sure about my position here, or if I've misplayed, but it at least feels somewhat like I know what at least feels somewhat like I'm actually doing this correctly. And it just used a knife juggler to kill my 5/3 minions, so this is going to be wonderful. Yeah, and I'll upgrade as I said earlier, and there we go. Heal. And a 5/3. This is not something you see every day. Cool. Yes. He's top decking. I'm top decking. It's just wonderful. We don't have a dragon actually, so Blackhand cannot do anything. Though we have so many dragons in this deck, we should just be able to top deck a dragon. I think. Maybe. Well, at least we can just trade in and go for another dude and just make dudes with our hero power, really.
For justice.
So, dude, we can actually heal for full value on that, so that I'll just do that too. Don't want to do the Iron Beak Owl yet, just because he's probably going to have something that has to be silenced. I'm still holding back for anything like a legendary or something else, so I'm just going to throw the anti-heal bot down for any kind of healing, and also the body. Actually, a 3/3 is better than nothing. Oh yeah. Well, we're going to do this obviously. Yes, we're going to lose 2 damage to his face, but this one is going to compensate for that more than enough. And let's hope we top deck a dragon really next turn. If we do so, we can at least play it for a lot less mana, because, well, we need that. Well, in this position, we don't really need it, but oh well, it's better than nothing. Kill one of the 1/1s, okay. I mean, if he gets a whirlwind, he can get something done, but no, that's it. Cool. Yes, we are right now 1-1. Lost against someone who had a good deck, and lost against this person who had something that looked more questionable. But it's still a win. I still felt like I played it somewhat okay. At least better than back when I played with this Miracle Paladin. So, yeah. This deck at least looks to like it's clicking with me in some way. So, thank you for watching. See ya!